Welcome back to another episode of Real Estate UnRaked. Brace yourselves, because this October, we're serving up some spine-chilling real estate tales. Have you ever wondered what happened when a dream home turns into a bit of a nightmare?
Well, fear not, because the Rakers Home Group knows how to turn those haunted house horrors into happily ever afters. Let's dive into the spooky side of the market and have a little fun along the way.
All right. Well, everybody, welcome to this episode, number 6 of Real Estate UnRaked. And today, we have Brittany Michael, Dawn Marie Hughes, Dane Cousins, and, of course, me, Eric Rakers.
Hello.
Hello.
How's everybody? Oh, boy. Well, I'll tell you what, this is my favorite time of the year. I love Halloween. So why not mix it with a little bit of professionalism? I love it. So we're going to talk about, real quick, we're going to jump right into the scary stories of real estate. And we have some pretty good ones. Dawn, did you want to jump in? You had a couple of them. You like talking about the scenarios of it. I've got a story, but let's hear what you got to say. This is great.
Yeah, mine is just super general. Like when your lender forgets to tell your buyer not to buy anything. Don't buy anything. Don't buy a boat. Don't buy a car. Don't buy new furniture. Don't open a credit card. Do not spend money.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
I know. Nothing worse than saying, ooh, open a brand new big screen TV. Go to Best Buy. 0% financing. Let's go.
Right.
Right?
And then you're at the closing table and the closing title agent comes in and says, "What did you buy?"
Right? What do they do before they close on every deal?
They rerun through underwriting and rerun your credit to make sure you didn't buy anything. So.
Yes. So you can't get away with it. There's nothing worse than somebody pulling up to close on a house and they pull up in a brand new car. Oh my gosh. That's more of a horror story for us. But then whenever it hits the client, they're like, "What?" I'm like, "I told you." So, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I've got a real estate scary story. So y'all brace yourselves. All right? So this just recently happened. Let's say that we're halfway through a deal, 3 weeks into it, the appraisal comes back. And that appraisal is below value. So what do?
Tide water.
Let's just say this was interesting, okay? Because the seller thought it was done. The lender thought it was done. The buyer thought it was done. But you know who didn't think it was done? Us. And we got through it all. We were thinking about doing the renegotiation. We went through to see if we could fight the appraisal and get it to value to what we did the offer for. A week went by. That didn't work. We look at the appraisal again, and we renegotiated some terms. We got both the buyer and seller to agree on some stuff. And then we find out there's some contingencies for repairs. Okay? That put a huge wrench in the gears. And we decided, okay, what are we going to do? So I told the teammate, let's go ahead and give the listing agent a call. I'm going to have a conversation with him. And when we had a conversation with the listing agent, she's like, "Oh my gosh, what are we going to do? This is done." I said, "No, it's not. Let me tell you what we're going to do for you, okay? We already know the seller has already given a whole bunch. So we're going to help the buyer out, and we're going to help this deal out just because we want to make sure that the seller and the buyer both get what they need. And we're going to drive down to Deltona, Florida, because that's where it was at, almost 2 hours away. And we're going to fix these stucco repairs and paint." So the lender helped us out because they missed it. The buying agent missed it. The listing agent missed it. We all missed it. Why? Because everybody thought this deal was done. So I made the commitment. The seller agrees. We go down there. The lender goes ahead the day before, gets the paint for me. So when I show up to the property, it's there. I go ahead and make the repairs that the appraiser suggested, but then I overdo it. I'll go through the entire house. I hit everything. I think I found a dozen more things. All right. I hit this. Everybody's happy. The next day, we send all the pictures to where we need to. The appraiser goes out early, re-inspects it, does a once-over, and says, "You're good to go." Listing agent calls us, says, "We're the best ever because we're great." Guess what we're doing? We're closing on the house this week.
Awesome.
Right?
That's awesome.
How many real estate agents do that?
Not very many.
Yeah.
You'd be
Few and far
surprised.
between.
And let me ask you this. Why do you think that that's important for us?
We go the extra mile.
it just shows how true we are to our connections and to our customers and to getting the deal done.
Absolutely. No, you're 100% right, Don. And yes, we truly care about the relationship. We truly care about the buyer experience and even the seller experience when you list with us. That's what's important to us. So we're going to do everything we can. So I tell you what, even if you're on the 1 yard line and you think there's no way it's going to happen, we're going to get it done. We just are. I'm not giving it up until it's over. I think I brought up the Mighty Python movie with the knight, saying it's just a flesh wound. You know?
Right.
We're not going to give up. So, yeah, that's it for the scary story for this week. However, there is one other scary thing, and Brittany pointed it out when we went to a new community. And Brittany, what's that scary thing?
All right, let's be for real for a second. Could you picture yourself walking into a house like, oh my goodness, love it, and then you see betta fish wallpaper in the kitchen?
What color was it?
Was it orange?
No, it was like a light blue background with betta fish. And there was a million betta fish. A million of them. I'm not kidding. And it was the way that they had the whole living room and the kitchen set up. It was a lot of color. And then you had this very busy wallpaper. And it was absolutely hideous.
It probably would have made my head hurt as a designer, honestly.
It frustrated Brooke and I. Not like actually frustrated, but it was like, guys, we could have had so many better options for wallpaper, and y'all chose betta fish. That's a kid's pet, not a wallpaper.
So not all new construction is created equal, correct?
No. It's like, come on. We either no wallpaper, just don't do that. There's much better options than that.
Well, it looks like we're a team that looks out for new construction designers as well. So
I can just assure you if the wallpaper or whatever looks bad, it's not getting put on social media.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, Brooke or Brittany are going to tell you guys if you got a right house or not. It's because they're going to point out that wallpaper and they're going to let you know about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's great.
Absolutely.
It can be removed.
Yes, it can. It's amazing. And you know what? I know how to do that too.
I say we could do that.
Yeah, we can.
There's nothing that we can't do. That's what I love about this team. We're going to jump into something that's truly important for the buyers, especially if you're a previous homeowner. And we're going to actually cover two things. We're going to cover the homestead exemption, but then we're going to talk about something that's even more important, because if you're a previous homeowner and you have already done the homestead exemption, we're going to talk about what you're going to do to benefit from it with portability. And Dawn, you ran into this. Let's talk about this a little bit, because this is huge for everybody.
Yeah, so I had an open house this weekend, and I had buyers come through that were already represented by another agent, and we just got to talking about what their goals are and what they're going to do. And they owned a townhouse just down the road, and I asked them for their address and pulled it up, and I said, do you understand that you're not homesteaded on your home? You closed January 2024, so you've now missed out on 2 years of the reduced tax liability. She looked at me and she was like, homestead? What is that? Her husband is super analytical, and he was like, what are the numbers? What are you talking about? So we looked at the house that they were looking at and comped it to the townhouse that they currently own, and they are overpaying in taxes $2,500 to $3,000 a year.
Yikes.
Because they're not homestead. Usually your title company will bring this up. It's very important when dealing with buyers and sellers to go to the closing. Go to the closing. Go. Because the title company will miss stuff. They do, multiple closings a day. And they'll miss stuff. And if you don't bring it up, then your buyer or seller is not educated. Not only is she losing out on the homestead exemption, she's losing out on portability if she were to sell the townhome and buy a new home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thousands of dollars.
Thousands. So you touched base on a customer that was unknown about the homestead exemption, and you addressed the fact just by them walking into an open house and suggesting that. And let's kind of touch base on that real quick. A homestead exemption is an exemption that a homeowner can do where it maximizes or limits the increased value of the taxable property 3% a year, right?
Right.
Correct. and it's a $50,000 reduction in the value of the home for taxable, for tax liability.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that's huge already for just being a homeowner. That's the luxury you get living in the state of Florida. But here's that added benefit whenever you go to buy another home that you've already taken advantage of this homestead exemption. You have now what you call portability. And that portability gives you these extra features.
Yes, you can transfer your portability to your new home. If you filed your homestead exemption, every penny that you've paid into this now transfers to your new home, which
Right.
saves you so much money. I can't even explain.
Well, the new home that you buy, though, has to be equal or higher value in order to transfer
Correct.
Correct.
portability.
Correct. I
Right.
mean, I don't know too many sellers, buyers that are not moving up. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, it's just
It's those that downsize, maybe empty nesters, maybe moving down. That's the only time that you might run into that issue.
yeah, I get that.
So that
All
does happen. So you just got to be aware of that.
So if you're upsizing, like we're talking about,
Right.
we're improving. What is the cap on that, Brittany?
$500,000.
Ding, 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 ding. Good job.
Wow, that's a lot.
That is a lot. I mean, $500,000. But I mean, think about it this way. Let's say that you bought a house. I love having scenarios. This is real life scenario stuff. I love talking about this. So let's say that you bought in the lovely time of 2016. You're right. All right. You get a great house, and obviously most people don't want to get rid of it right now because they probably refinanced in 2020 or 2021 and got the great rate.
Right.
Well, guess what you got, Mr. Customer?
Portability.
That and what else? Equity.
Equity. Lots
Yeah.
of
Lots
equity.
of equity.
So don't worry about that interest rate. Let's just get you into a home that you want, because right now you have zero competition in the market because nobody else is buying that want to buy. I mean, you've got less competition out there right now is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Okay. But you've got two things working for you. You can save money on taxes, portability-wise, and then you got your equity. This is important for everybody to know this, because if you see the tree beyond the forest about what we're doing right now, this is the perfect time to buy a home.
Oh, absolutely.
Don't listen to all the blam and glam that the interest rates aren't where they're at, this and that. We know how to help you get the best deal in the current situation. There's no doubt.
Right.
Don, I loved what you did for the customers that weren't really even your clients at the time. You were just educating somebody, which is awesome.
Yeah, 100%. We were just having a conversation, and this is what I live for in my business, is to just educate and bring new information to anybody that wants to hear it.
No, I love that. So, yeah, hopefully we explained portability pretty good. I think that, again, if you want more questions about that, obviously give any of us a call. We'll be able to help you and explain it more. But we're going to jump in to our featured property this week, our featured area, Northeast Florida. I say featured property. You go to our website and see all our listings. You see our featured properties. But we're going to jump into and highlight a really, really historic area here in Northeast Florida. And I think it's really important because a lot of people cater to this area because it's so close to the city. But yet, I don't hear a lot of people talking about it unless you live there. And Dawn, you actually reside in this area, and I'm really excited to talk about this.
Yeah, I do. I love living in the Riverside, Avondale area. I mean, the historic vibes, the charm, the walkability, all the parks. I mean, you can go anywhere on a bike or on foot and just meet new people. The neighbors are amazing, and it's growing. There are investors coming into the neighborhood and tearing down the old abandoned homes and building new construction. I've seen every new construction home in the Riverside, Avondale area in the last 30 days, and there's a lot going on. There's a lot.
Yeah.
There is.
Yep.
You know, that's one of the things that you see. I mean, I see this in historic Springfield whenever you see businesses that come and go, but when they start staying, it's established. It's going to become into something. We've never had to worry about that in Riverside.
No.
Riverside has always had that establishments that people flock to.
Right. The shops, the restaurants are all amazing in that area.
And I hear that a lot, Don, that you had talked about the walkability of things. And this truly is.
Yeah. Beyond the restaurants and the shops and the bars and all of that, What I love about Riverside Avondale area right now is the parks. The city and the county is investing money in all of the parks. Boone Park just got a complete makeover. They were done in 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
2 weeks. And it's the best park I've ever seen. It's insane. I can walk to it. It's like a block and a half from my house.
That's awesome.
And they're doing it at Willow Branch. They're doing it everywhere. The city is investing back into the RAP, the Riverside Avondale Preservation Society, and they've joined forces to bring the parks back.
That's great. Now, you had talked to me about something. There was some river issues because of the age and everything. The bulkheads need to be updated in a sense. There's nothing wrong with that by no means, but the city is investing time and effort and money to redoing these infrastructures, and they're hitting the parks. Didn't you say something about the gutters?
Oh, yeah. So,
it was intriguing.
So on St. Johns Avenue, I've noticed over the past month, because I drive that way, I walk that way, I go to Willow Branch, and they have raised the curbs up. They've taken what do they call it? The potholes. They've raised the potholes and raised the sewer levels up, the sewer drainage levels up, so that the drainage issues on St. Johns Avenue are being alleviated. And I'm excited to see them do it on Park Street, on Margaret Street, all the main thoroughfares in the Riverside Avondale area. And I know they're doing it. It's just going to take some time. But to see the transformation on St. Johns Avenue just in the past month is remarkable.
That is. I tell you what, there's a lot going on down there, and there's a lot that has been going down there for many, many, many years. And, if you want a neighborhood that is well historically established, if you love architecture, you love that uniqueness to a neighborhood, give us a call. We'll show you any house down in Riverside.
And even if you want new construction, there's new construction going on all over the place. There's a brand new neighborhood over, if you live in the neighborhood and you know the area, across the street from the train tracks where Metro used to be.
Oh, yeah.
There's a brand new neighborhood. It's single family homes under $400,000, 3 to 4 bedrooms with a garage. It's ridiculous. I've never seen anything like this in Riverside Avondale. It's a great opportunity for somebody who wants to get in the community and contribute to it.
Yeah, and that's a great lifestyle down there, too.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Yes, it is. It definitely is. And these are the insider tips you're only going to get from us because, well, we have a resident at Riverside, and that is done. Yes. And so, again, if there's anything you guys ever need, we love highlighting unique properties and unique areas here in Northeast Florida, and we're going to highlight one every episode. And Riverside, I was really excited to talk about. I was really excited for Dawn to talk about because she lives there. I pass through, I sell houses and list stuff there, but she has a huge insight to that. So if you ever need anything, I'll tell you, Dawn's the person to call for that.
Absolutely.
And since she's on our team, guess what she gets to do? She gets to guide us through all that. So if we have any questions, we're going to be relying on her for that.
And I door knock 3 times a week.
That's great.
So if you want to be my neighbor, let me know.
That is awesome. Well, guys, a little bit of recap of this episode. Obviously, we went through our scary stories that we're going to be doing for theming for the month of October. And then we talked to you about something that really nobody talks to you about, and that is the Homestead portability. Yeah, we did go over Homestead exemption, which is important.
Right. But
that's the only way that way you can truly understand what portability and the benefit that you're going to get by being a homeowner in the state of Florida and what we can do. And trust us, we're going to remind you and not the lender, and not the title company. We're that kind of team, real estate team that's going to help you guys through that. So as we go through the process of finding you another home, because hopefully we have sold you your first one, that we're going to help guide you through the process to save you any more money. All right, and then we got a chance to recap and introduce you guys to historic Riverside. I'm super excited about that. But I'll tell you what, we're going to wrap this episode up. So next time on Real Estate UnRaked, get ready for even more fun as we spotlight another fantastic Northeast Florida neighborhood and keep this October scares rolling. You won't want to miss the next episode. We're going to bring you more tales from the crypt of real estate and a sneak peek at what's to come.
Until then, stay fearless and happy house hunting.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
See you later, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.